Good evening, everyone. Bob Kurtz, Jeff Gastineau, and Scotty Miller. We're 3kgthecage.com. You can check us out on our website or go to our Facebook page at 3KG The Cage Community Broadcasting. To pick up the live stream tonight of the Coach's Cage Show. We're here here at Arnie's in Rensselaer every Wednesday night, starting at 6 o'clock Central Time, and get to hear all your favorite coaches and how they're progressing with their seasons. And by golly, the girls' basketball season is just about over, regular season anyway, and it is for South Newton coach Joseph Keller. And Joe, good to see you again. How you doing?
Doing okay. Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, you have completed your season, right?
We have.
Last
yes.
night. Tell us about last night's game.
Well, going back to last week, we left here expecting to play a couple games on Thursday and Saturday, and
Didn't happen.
We got quarantined, so we were missing 7 kids of our 12 that were in quarantine until Sunday. So they came back yesterday, and they had to wear a mask, and they we didn't get to practice on Monday because of the school being shut down, and so they hadn't practiced in a week. And we went out. We celebrated senior night for most of our kids about 2.5, 3 weeks ago, but we had one. Alexis Standish had missed that because she was in quarantine. So we had senior night for her. So we honored her, and then we started off pretty well against Faith Christian. Alexis actually scored a couple quick baskets for us in transition, and we had a nice time where we beat their press and got an inside look for Jalen Marx off a nice feed. And so we felt pretty good early on. And Faith Christian's got a couple kids who can score. They hit some shots. It was kind of back and forth there in the first quarter. They took a couple-point lead into the quarter. I think they scored right before the end of the quarter to bump that up. And then same thing in the second quarter. It's kind of back and forth. They'd score a little bit. We'd score a little bit. But it was a good game. It was a fun game. Both teams were kind of doing what they wanted to. We were moving the ball pretty well and getting some good looks offensively. We were holding them down for the most part. We were dealing with their pressure. They got to us a little bit once or twice. They caused some turnovers, and we went into halftime right before half, about 2-3 minutes before half. Alexis came down on somebody's foot, and so she was done for the rest of the game, and don't know how that is yet. We're taking a wait and see with our athletic trainer, Dr. Moss, was going to investigate that today a little bit. And, we didn't have practice today, so we'll get her in tomorrow. But, we went into halftime. It was 20-13. It was a good game and pretty competitive between the two of us. And, had a good conversation at halftime that, if we don't turn the ball over, if we keep being aggressive, our shots will fall, and eventually we'll be right there with them. And so we came out at halftime, and we didn't play well at all. It's just kind of like a deflated, and I don't know, like a 2-minute stretch there where we came out and just all of a sudden like a light switch flipped.
Is that because you think Alexis?
I think part of it was, I think it bothered a couple kids anyways. But the other thing is, Alexis does a lot for us when she's on the court.
Sure.
So she handles the ball some, and she scores, and she can be aggressive defensively. And when you replace her with somebody who hasn't been there in a week, who doesn't do the
same
stuff
things
dynamically that she does,
right,
it's a little bit more of a struggle. And then you don't hit shots. We didn't have shots fall, and then we had a few turnovers, boom, 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 right out of halftime, and so all of a sudden that 7-point lead was 12, and then it just kind of couldn't get any closer. We struggled to score. We didn't hit any shots. We had some good looks, but we in and out on a layup or a jumper that looks like it's going in and just doesn't. So they ended up pulling away there in the fourth quarter and won by 25. But it was a pretty good game for quite a bit there. So.
All right. Well, you got some time off now, don't you?
We do.
Why don't you go through this?
I was going to say, and with that, you're going to have time for people to heal up too, aren't you? What's the status going to be for Alexis as far as you know?
Don't know. Dr. Moss was hoping that it was a sprain, and sometimes with those,
because
you just never know.
Right.
You wake up the next morning and it feels okay, and sometimes that sprain takes longer to heal than a break.
Sure.
And so you just never know. So he was optimistic that she'd come in today or tomorrow and at least be able to treat it and see if we could get her ready to go for next Friday. We were supposed to play this coming Saturday against Donovan over in Illinois, but they've got some COVID stuff and injury stuff, and I don't know if they have to start making up games because they play in a big conference over there where they have, I think, 10 teams in their conference, and I think they play a home and home in the regular season for conference or something like that. So I know they have a bunch of games that they were going to miss, and so I think we got chopped, and so that game got canceled. So we do have until next Friday to get her ready and to get some of these other kids. Jalen Marx had been out. She had a respiratory thing and almost like the flu that she was dealing with, and she played last night, and she had some limited minutes before that. Addison was out as well. She came back last week in limited minutes, and she came and played a lot last night. But, we're still checking some kids for heart rate and pulse ox and stuff for coming out of quarantine, and we've got some kids who they just haven't played in a week, so they need to get practices in. So it'll be good to spend that time over the next 10 days or 9 days now, trying to get some of those kids healthy and get some good practices in.
I was going to say, you've learned a lot in this last few weeks, and before you go into the sectional stuff there, what have you learned to convince these girls, hey, you guys can make a difference?
I'm not sure. Every time I think we've got some kids who are stepping up and doing some things, and we've had that with kids out, and we had a kid in Corinne Lotta who didn't play a whole lot before this year. She might have played in middle school. She did not play last year during her freshman year, and early in the season with no JV, she didn't get much playing time, but she worked hard in practice, and she was at every practice if she wasn't sick. And she comes out and played really well for us. And then we had some other kids. Megan Wright's the same way. She's a junior, doesn't get much playing time at the varsity level, but she's done some good things for us. So we've had some kids filling in and getting good time. So I think, every time we start to make strides there, we get shut down for COVID, or we get, something happens. So hopefully they understand that when we play well in stretches, it's because they play as a team and they depend on each other instead of one person trying to do everything. And they've seen that. We've played tough against some teams in the last couple of weeks, hung in there against some decent teams when we played well. And like last night, we played pretty well in the first half, and Faith Christian's not a bad team. And we hung right with them, and a shot here or there on either side is the difference in that first half. And then second half, we didn't play well as a team. And so hopefully they've seen that, and hopefully they realize that each of them can contribute. We've got 10 kids who are probably going to play. Hopefully we get Alexis back, but if she's not there, we've got 5 other seniors that are going to play. Layla Ramon's been playing really well over the last 3 weeks, and she played well last night coming back off quarantine. So kids like that, and we've had the Conrad girls, and Jalen Marx has been with us all year playing well, and hopefully we'll step up and play well. I think that's the big thing for us is we go into a sectional. Our sectional's pretty tough. There's some good teams in there. We get a first round bye. Yeah.
Take us through that.
Our first round there, there's only 2 teams playing. There's one game there. We're a 5-team sectional. So Caston versus Frontier. Caston's probably favored in that, but Frontier's got a couple kids who can score and they can play with anybody, and they play some teams tough. They're 9-11 on the year, but they really could be 13-7, without much else happening, and so they've got a couple seniors who can keep them in a game against Caston, and Caston's tough. So whoever wins that goes on to face Tri-County, and Tri-County can play with anybody on any night, and if they hit shots, they've got guards who can be really dynamic and can put up points in a hurry, and then they can cause some pressure issues with some teams. So you can't count them out in that second round. We play North White. North White's probably the favorite. They're hosting at home. I think they've beat everybody, but they've played close games against a lot of those teams. So, you just never know. It comes down to who's going to hit shots, and things can change in a hurry, whether that's an injury or whether that's COVID or like I said, if a team comes out, it's really cold and another team's hot, it can change things in a hurry. And we've got a competitive sectional. Any of those teams can win that, and it wouldn't be too surprising. So,
what do you know about North White? A lot, I'm sure.
Yeah, we've had some good games against Brian's teams in the past. We had 2 sectional games against them back-to-back years. We played in a sectional championship against them. That was a great game when his oldest daughter was a senior, and we almost got him in that game. I think we ended up losing by 7 or 8, but it was a 2-point game in the fourth quarter there. And then the next year we played him in the semifinals, and it was more the same. We got down big early and came back and made it a 2 or 3-point game in the fourth before they closed it out. So Brian's teams, they're going to handle the ball. They're going to turn the ball over probably less than 10 times, and probably way less than that. They're going to take good shots, and they're going to shoot a pretty high percentage. When they don't hit a shot, they've got 2 girls inside, and the Robertson girl and the Kahn girl who are going to clean up on the rebounds. But, they've got good enough shooters. They've got some kids. You look at their stats. This girl only scores 8 points, but, they have 6 kids who do that, So they spread the ball around, and on any night, one of those kids can be special. And you expect a kid like the Spry girl to come out, and she can hit for 20 points if you let her. And we've been beaten up by the Kahn girl and the Robertson girl the last 2 years inside. We just don't have anybody that matches their physicality and their aggressiveness. We played them earlier this year. We were missing 3 starters. We played about the worst game I've ever seen. We shot the ball as bad as you can shoot it. We shot 6% from the field. So they pounded us pretty good. So we're looking to come into that game and play a lot better than that. We've got some of those kids back, which makes us a little bit deeper, and we should be able to hopefully do a little bit more offensively and defensively against them. But they're a tough matchup, and they have been for a long time. So.
Where now do you get to go over there to practice, or how does that work?
We don't get to. Any team that hasn't played there already this year gets to go over for practice, but I think every single team in the sectional played there this year. So talking with their AD, he said that they don't have to host any practices this year. So
well, that's unusual, isn't it?
Yeah, it's.
But it's all Midwest Conference teams.
It's mostly Midwest Conference teams. They played Caston there, so it's one of those things. It doesn't usually happen that way. Some years we're trying to schedule 4 teams on each top of each other for an hour. I'm always of the opinion, it's a gym. It's the same dimensions as just about every other gym. There's nothing special about the dimensions. If it were
it's got a stage on one end, though.
Yeah, it does have a stage on one end, but we played enough of those gyms that
I was going to say
it's not a big deal.
No different from Illinois to
yeah.
is it?
There's all kinds. It's not like we played Milford a couple weeks ago, and when I was in middle school, we played there. In high school, we played there when I went to Waseca, and you used to walk into the Milford gym, and it was about 65 feet long, and there was a post in the corner that was almost in play, and the floor was carpet. And so we went. When I was in high school, I think they went 4 years without losing a game at home, just because it's tough. It's but we're not playing in a situation like that where
right.
Doesn't matter if we're playing a sectional at Tri-County. We've played at West Central. We've played at Pioneer. We've played multiple times now at North White. They're gyms,
Right.
Like you're going to go in there. Yeah, it's nice to have been there before, but it's not like you're going to a big university that's a 15,000 seat arena or anything
Right.
like that. You're going to a 1A high school gym.
Right.
So, if you're a good shooter, you're probably going to shoot well, and if you're a bad shooter, you're not going to shoot well. And so, we've done that in the past where we've gone and practiced at the gym, and we've had other times where we passed up that opportunity because, do you really want to drive an hour to spend 45 minutes on the court and drive an hour home?
Right.
It doesn't necessarily make sense.
Right.
We played at Pioneer a couple years ago. It really didn't make sense to go there.
Right.
It'll be good. They always treat us well there, and they do a good job hosting.
Yes, they do.
And it'll be a good crowd. That's the one thing for our sectional. It doesn't matter what the sport is. Boys basketball, girls basketball. You looked at, we hosted volleyball this year. It's going to be a good crowd, and part of that is because how many years were we all together as the Midwest Conference?
Right.
Even with Caston out
Exactly.
now, we're still all Midwest Conference.
Right.
So
Yeah.
there's some natural rivalries in there. Some of our kids are friends, play other sports in the summer or whatever together. So it'll be fun.
Well, Joe, we won't see you next week since you don't have a game. So good luck in the sectional, and we'll talk to you in a couple weeks, okay?
Sounds good.
All right. Joe Keller from the South Newton Lady Rebels. Back with more of the Coach's Cage right after this.
High-quality personalized dental service is what they do at Hillcrest Dental. For over 40 years, generations have relied on Hillcrest Dental for beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. John Ayler and Dr. Jack Drone look forward to seeing you for your next dental visit. For information or to set your appointment, call 219-866-7117. That's 219-866-7117, or visit hillcrestdental.net. Hillcrest Dental is a proud sponsor of all high school athletics.
Meet you at Arnie's, Rensselaer's go-to pizza and so much more. Pizza, sandwiches, burgers are here. Don't forget about dessert. Wings, cheese sticks, garlic bread too. Arnie's pizza menu has something for everyone. Dine in or carry out in the best pizza in town. Located across from St. Joseph's College in Rensselaer. Call 219-866-9999 and meet you at Arnie's.
Pulver Psychological Services offers psychological counseling, consultation, and assessment. Locally owned and operated, Pulver Psych focuses on solutions for the community and serves as support for individuals, families, and organizations. Whether you're in need of personal, family, or success counseling, Pulver Psychological Services can help you reach your life goals. Increase work satisfaction, have better relationship compatibility, improve sports performance. Get in touch with Pulver Psychological Services by visiting pulverpsych.com.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
The Conrad Agency in Fowler and Brook. Call 765-884-0530.
High-quality personalized dental service is what they do at Hillcrest Dental. For over 40 years, generations have relied on Hillcrest Dental for beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. John Ayler and Dr. Jack Drone look forward to seeing you for your next dental visit. For information or to set your appointment, call 219-866-7117. That's 219-866-7117, or visit hillcrestdental.net. Hillcrest Dental is a proud sponsor of all high school athletics.
If you're looking for some great food before the big game or anytime, stop by the Wagon Wheel Grill on South College Avenue in Rensselaer. From their famous Wagon Masters to their great homemade chili, the Wagon Wheel is the place to go to satisfy your hunger needs. Takeout is also available by calling the Wagon Wheel at 219-866-9942.
Hi, this is Chuck Clark with the Underwood Insurance Agency, formerly Preferred Insurance Group. Are you tired of being sacked every month with your auto insurance bill? Do you feel you just pay your premium to your agent and never hear from them? We at the Underwood Insurance Agency work with over 10 insurance carriers to get you our best rate and coverage we can, and we pride ourselves on serving our customers like they are our family. We are conveniently located in Remington and Lafayette. We can be reached at underwoodagency.com. Reach out to us to score big savings.
Working with our customers has been Kentland Bank's trademark for 87 years. We're dedicated to making your visit a lasting one, and helping you achieve your goals is our #1 priority. With 5 locations, Kentland Bank offers all loans needed for today's businesses and families, including car loans, mortgages, agriculture, and commercial loans. We're here to make your busy life less hectic by offering online and mobile banking, bill pay, and P2P payments. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
For compassionate veterinary care, you can count on Rensselaer Pet Care. Dr. Jan Mallory and Dr. Nick Mallory are now seeing patients at their new facility located at 1370 St. Gaspar Drive North in Rensselaer behind Walmart. We treat your pet like a member of the family. From wellness exams and vaccines to complex surgical procedures, your dog or cat will receive high-quality care at our hospital. Boarding is also available. For more information or to check hours of operation, contact Rensselaer Pet Care at 219-866-4671.
Welcome back to the Coach's Cage from Arnie's Pizza in Rensselaer. Bob Kurtz, Jeff Gastineau, and Scotty Miller. Our next game on 3KG will be Friday night. And Missy Tyler knows about this. Tri-County and South Newton, when they hook up any sport, it's going to be a battle, that's for sure. So it'll be Tri-County at South Newton Friday night right here. Live streaming on 3KG, 6:45 or so for the pregame show.
And it doesn't make a difference as for boys or girls.
It doesn't.
Right.
It
No,
doesn't.
It's going to be a battle.
Yeah. So what's it like? You coach Tri-County, and what's it like playing South Newton in any sport?
Yeah,
you get fired up more?
You get fired up for it,
Yeah.
You bring that energy and that, you want to win that.
You want to be
definitely
a little bit more
a
than
rivalry game. Yeah.
Yeah, that is. I'm sure that's probably your biggest rival, I would say, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
South Newton and Tri-County. All right. Well, we've got how many games to talk about? Just one? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
And that was a big game. Last night you had your tell us what took place there.
Oh, yeah. So last night was our pink game. We've been doing this for 10-plus years. We wear pink uniforms, and we have lots of raffles. We raffle off the pink ball. We have a bake sale, and then all that money, when we first started this a long time ago, we'd sent the money to, like, the American Cancer Society. And then the last couple of years, we've been giving it back to somebody. We all have somebody close that's been battling some type of cancer.
Right.
So we've been giving it back to them.
How nice a gesture was that?
Yeah. So
you had a lot of items donated too, and all that stuff.
We probably had the best crowd we've had all year.
Great.
A lot of people came to support the cause, and just to watch us play.
Fire you up a little bit
it
too,
does.
your
and
team,
it's
right?
kind of nice to know that you're playing for something bigger than basketball, bigger than yourself.
Sure, absolutely.
Doing something for someone else.
So you took on Delphi, right?
We took on Delphi.
A team that you said you lost to earlier.
Yeah.
this
So
year?
Kitchen Classic, we went there, and we played them the first game, and we lost by 7. I think we lost by 17. Now, we weren't full strength. We didn't have Sarah. She was close contacted. So, it was a battle, and, walk away, not feeling like that was our best game.
Well, you made up for it last night, right? Tell us.
Yeah, and so, as we're preparing for the game, and, I told them it's not really, we're not going to spend a lot of time talking about what they do, because it's not what they did to us, it's what we did to ourselves.
Oh, okay.
So we fix those little things, and we go out there and get the job done and do what we need to do, and we did exactly that.
Take us through the game, if you would.
Yeah, so, we got up early. Let me go back here. Got up early, and pressing. That got us some quick baskets. The first quarter, we kind of went back and forth. And then halftime, we were up like 41-16, I believe. So that was a good feeling, that we could hold them to under 20 points.
Yeah, don't have that very
else,
often,
right.
a lead like that,
in fact,
right?
we had 40 points, we were excited about that. So then,
I'm sure you found something to talk about.
We
though.
did. We did. And, the big thing is, it's like, okay, so we're here now. What do we need to do? Now we need to play some
Coaches are never
half-court.
satisfied, are
Well,
they?
they got to find the.
They got to
next
find
Well,
something. Yeah.
Got to have the next challenge. Like, let's play some half court. Let's work on some things.
Let's make no turnovers, right?
Right,
Make
yeah.
every shot and no turnovers.
Yeah. So then the third quarter ended up being like 10-6.
Okay.
The fourth quarter, when you look at it, they scored 18, we scored 10.
Okay.
So to me, like, after I sit back, I'm like, oh. But, it was okay. We were still in control, and, we
What was the
ended up
final?
winning by 20, 61 to 40.
40, okay. And who played well for you?
So Sarah Zarzi steps up and has a triple-double.
Oh, my.
Triple-double?
Yeah, she scores 20.
Oh, my.
10 rebounds
Oh,
and
my.
13 assists.
What?
Yeah, and the 13 assists now sets the new school record. She had it tied with 9.
Wait a second. What grade
Yeah.
is she in?
Freshman.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
This is a
Triple-double.
freshman?
Triple-double, yeah.
Wow.
Has that ever happened?
Yeah,
or
I'd have to go back and look, but
maybe Amanda Ingleking or somebody like that. Or
yeah, maybe. Or I'm thinking Grace Michael, under my coaching career,
But the
she
freshman.
might have. Yeah.
That's astonishing that she understands that. Hey, not only can I score.
Did you know that during the game when she was?
Yeah, we knew because
Yeah.
we have coaches keep the stats, and then so they were aware that she was getting there like each one, and we knew she needed 10 to set the school record because she's had 9 twice, so we knew that it was getting close.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's an awesome
yeah.
feat.
Yeah,
I'd be happy about that. So
yeah, it's very exciting.
Who else played well?
Janetta Wittmeyer, she put up 18. And, I thought that was kind of a quiet 18. Like, after I got home, looked at the book, I'm like, she had 18. Wow, good job, Johnny. But she's just kind of, like, always sneaking in there and getting those putbacks. And
was those assists off of Zarzi's to her? Or, did Zarzi kind of spread it out to everybody out there?
Yeah. Sarah's was steals. She had 13 steals.
Okay.
But you would talk about assists. So Bryn Warren had 6, and she's our leading scorer right now with 13 points, averaging 13 points. So, and she was kind of down on herself, like, I only had 6 points, I just couldn't make it. She had some open looks, and we came off a 6-day no practice. We were quarantined and we didn't practice, so but I get home and I look and I'm like, you had 8 assists, like, so you gave up 16 points, so it's, you did your job, and you shared the basketball. And I'll tell you, like, these girls, we talked about this today during film, like, they're just very unselfish. Like, they don't really care who scores the ball. They just want to do their job. And
it's a coach's dream.
Yeah, they really are. And they're very coachable. They're hardworking. They want to get it right. They want to improve. They do a good job. So then Hannah Arvin had 8, and Alyssa Tallman had 7. She hit a couple threes early to put us up. So that was kind of nice. And then Jasmine Drondo gave us 2 from the bench. So we didn't. That was the only bench points we had.
So you had a really decent balance to go with your 2 scorers to kind of, and then your main scorer just had an off night, but she was still able to contribute. Another way. That's got to make you feel good as a coach. It
does. And then you look sometimes, like, you go back to the North Newton game. Bryn Warren had 32 points.
Right.
And I looked up today, Janetta Wittmeyer, she's had 6 double-doubles. That's second in the conference. I think the West Central, the Smith girl, has 9, but, so I think that's a great feat, you know, and 6 double-doubles is pretty awesome.
Well, I see
and Johnny said a couple times where she's had 20-plus points, so.
You're averaging 51 points a game. You got to be happy with that.
Yeah.
That offensive production.
Yeah.
Because if you score that many, I know you don't want to give up 51. I know
hold them below 40.
Yeah. So, one game left, right?
Yeah, so we have Faith Christian tomorrow night. It's our senior night, so we're going to honor our 4 seniors, who are Bryn Warren, Shelby Shambach, Roy Stearns, and Lisa Rode. Lisa Rode is an exchange student from Norway. She played volleyball, and she really enjoyed, like, the interaction with the girls, and so she's
That's
like,
nice.
Can I play? And I'm like, yeah. And, she sees JV time and she sees varsity time. Like, there's times, we can put her in at the end of the game. But, JV, she plays and, she understands the defensive part of it. And, we pass her the ball. Sometimes she gets happy feet, wants to just go with it. But, she's working on that. And, she's been a great asset. And then you got Roy Stearns, who
got her. We were there.
Yeah, the Rensselaer
game. She got hurt. So
yeah, going after a ball and just planted and came down wrong into
underneath the ground.
So.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah, she's still with us and coming to practice. She, and we'd had a plan for her to do dual sporting. She was going to play basketball and to wrestle.
Oh wow.
So she's splitting her time still and still staying dedicated to both sports, and sure miss her because. She's a great kid.
Sure. How'd the JV Lady Cavs do this year? Or did you play a lot of games?
Yeah, they played all their games. And like tomorrow night, Faith Christian doesn't have a JV. I think she only has 7 kids on her roster. So we're bringing in the Harrison C team.
Okay.
Our freshman team, and we're going to play them. So, yeah. And they got a win last night. You're going to ask me their record. I'm not sure, but it's above 500.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Good.
And that's got to be promising for your future as well.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Especially when you got
they're playing hard. And
you got some freshmen
that
are already
better.
playing varsity. So
yeah, right.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the big thing right here.
The sectional.
Just heard from Joe Keller on the South Newton perspective of that. You through the bye. You'll take on the winner of Caston and Frontier. What are your thoughts there?
Well, we just recently played Caston at Caston Saturday morning. I didn't really.
Wow.
Yeah. I didn't feel like I want it back. Like, we need a redo. Didn't really get off the bus. They kind of manhandled us. They made we made them look really strong, and we need to make some adjustments. And we've kind of brought some of that into practice focus. Like brought out the pads and just trying to get tougher and trying to how you get around. And walked away from that game like seeing how physical that is. That's where we want to be.
Right.
Let's get there and let's make those adjustments. So, and the point today at practice was like look at the Delphi game. We lose by 17, but we come back, we battle back. Now we get to play them again, and look what we did. We did things differently, and we were able to get the win. So that's going to be the same perspective going into sectional. Like it's sectional. Anything can happen. Records don't matter. It's it's a whole brand new slate. We just got to play harder and smarter and
you want
have
your
a
seniors
plan.
to go.
Yes, and send our seniors out because we got some great kids. So,
what do you think about the Caston Frontier game?
Could go either way.
It could go either way. I mean, I think Frontier's playing really well right now. I know they're playing without the Mears girl, but I think they're playing pretty tough.
Yeah.
Blissett's been having some pretty big games, so I have faith in that they'll be prepared and they'll be ready to go.
So what's Tri-County going to have to do to play well next week?
We're going to have to rebound well. We're going to have to take care of the basketball.
Uh-huh.
And, we're going to have to knock down some shots and have a little bit of an inside-outside game. But, I think giving them one-shot opportunities and then us getting in there and battling around under the boards, we're gonna need that.
You'll never take, the bye. That's nothing wrong with taking
Absolutely
a bye,
not.
is there?
We get a whole week to enjoy the whole week, and
That's
we get
right.
4 more days of practice. We've got, that it's fine. Like, we'll enjoy the week, and we got great parents that are already talking about treat bags and
there you go.
All that special stuff that
Sure.
just makes that so much better, and it'll be a great experience for these freshmen.
Such an atmosphere,
It is a great atmosphere, and
Yeah.
it's a great week, and I'm looking forward to enjoying it
and playing in that loud North White gym.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how's the girls feel about playing in, North White's gymnasium? Is it
It's
very,
fun.
very
I think it's
comfortable
it's a great
to
atmosphere.
them, or do they,
I don't know. We've not talked about it. I don't know what their perspective
Sure.
is like.
Yeah. I was just kind of
sure.
curious if they, thought it's close, not far from home. You only got a 25-minute drive of that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's close.
and-
Yeah.
You better turn your music up to
better than
create
going
a noisy atmosphere because it's
Yeah.
going to be noisy.
And I
That's
think
for
it's
sure.
better than going to Caston. So.
Yeah. Oh, definite.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
No, don't bring that
Yeah,
up.
I know. I'm not.
that's-
I didn't bring it up.
Jeez.
That's
did I?
piercing to me right there,
Yeah.
just saying that. So,
Missy,
but-
thanks for coming
Yeah.
over. Appreciate it.
Thanks for
and
having
and
me.
good luck. All right.
All right, thank you.
We probably won't see you next week, a couple weeks, okay?
after the tournament.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Missy. Missy Tyler from the Tri-County Cavaliers. Back with more of the Coach's Cage right after this.
In agriculture, preparation is important. Dedication is you deciding what to plant and then asking what it will take for a good crop. How much work will it take to produce the final crop? In sports, preparation is vital in becoming the best you can be. Dedication is a will of achievements for a winning desire. Corbett Farms encourages everyone to do their best by having a winning spirit, attitude, and achievement. Your positivity will make a difference. Corbett Farms is proud to sponsor high school sports.
Finding yourself in need of a quick repair or realize your home needs a good amount of updating? Who should I call? Call Make It Better Contracting for your solutions. They find time for new builds, remodels, and additions. Even when the roof leaks, your kitchen needs to be bigger, or you need another bathroom. Make It Better Contracting is your full-service contractor. If you own a project home that is in need of a lot of work, Make It Better Contracting is interested in purchasing your home. Call today at 219-863-0851. Together, we can make it better.
Meet you at Arnie's, Rensselaer's go-to pizza and so much more. Pizza, sandwiches, burgers are here. Don't forget about dessert. Wings, cheese sticks, garlic bread too. Arnie's Pizza menu has something for everyone. Dine in or carry out in the best pizza in town. Located across from St. Joseph's College in Rensselaer. Call 219-866-9999 and meet you at Arnie's.
If you're looking for some great food before the big game or anytime, stop by the Wagon Wheel Grill on South College Avenue in Rensselaer. From their famous wagon masters to their great homemade chili, the Wagon Wheel is the place to go to satisfy your hunger needs. Takeout is also available by calling the Wagon Wheel at 219-866-9942.
Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Joe Goodeman has been serving the Jasper County and surrounding area since 2009. Being involved in the area, Joe Goodeman has kept his interest in making sure he provides the best insurance for his clients. Whether you need life, car, home, business, farm and crops, or even renter's insurance, Agent Joe Goodeman will keep searching for the best policy for your valued investments. Call Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Joe Goodeman at 219-866-4694 or stop in at 2570 North McKinley Avenue in Rensselaer.
For compassionate veterinary care, you can count on Rensselaer Pet Care. Dr. Jan Mallory and Dr. Nick Mallory are now seeing patients at their new facility located at 1370 St. Gaspar Drive North in Rensselaer behind Walmart. We treat your pet like a member of the family. From wellness exams and vaccines to complex surgical procedures, your dog or cat will receive high-quality care at our hospital. Boarding is also available. For more information or to check hours of operation, contact Rensselaer Pet Care at 219-866-4671.
Welcome back to the Coach's Cage Show. Bob Kurtz, Jeff Gastineau, and Scotty Miller from Arnie's in Rensselaer. Matt Sipkema from North White Vikings has joined us now, boys team. How you doing, Matt?
Doing pretty good. Thanks for having me.
Well, we've got it's a miracle. We've got some games to talk about, right?
We do have some games to talk about, so it's pretty exciting.
Take us through. Well, whatever you want to go through.
Well, we had a situation where we were scheduled to play South Newton January 8th, and that was a weather cancellation, and we ourselves were struck with COVID on our team, so we were shut down. And then we had another game, conference game, postponed, so we've still yet to play a conference game. But so after 4 weeks of not playing, we got back on the court last Friday, and I'm telling you what, the boys were just ready to play. I mean, we put up 89 on Covenant. Whoa. And we had 57 at halftime, and we could have probably put 120 up if we'd have.
Whoa.
If I'd have let the boys still stay in there, but I didn't. But anyways, going back to it, it was pretty cool because what we have done, every school is different, but I have totally separated my practices. We're allowed to have JV with us for 12 minutes out of that 15-minute time. So we only have 7 or 8 boys coming to our practices. It's been kind of tough. Coach Smith, I was teasing him and myself. We become the 8th and 9th guy.
Oh, man.
We try to work one inside the court at a time. And then we walk through what we want to do, and then we bring the JV down, and I have Coach Pogue with the time, and we're like not a minute over 6 minutes, And so with that being said, you're like, okay, how are you going to respond to a full game because of the way our practices have been structured? And we said the benefit of having all these games right now is the fact that we can use these games as our practices. And that's what we did. But anyways, we come out Covenant, and we just said we were going to get after a new press. We did a lot of man-to-man press, trapping at half court all year. But we just said, you know what, we're going to get back to a 1-2-2. And we're just going to let Lacrosse and let Covenant know that we're going to smack them. We're going to send 2 guys at them right away and see what they do. And Covenant really struggled. They scored the first basket of the game, and I think we scored like 16, 17 in a row, and it was just bam, bam, bam. We put Bentley Bushman on top of the 1-2-2, and he did a really good job of he has a good knack of finding the ball, right? It finds him one way or the other, and he got us going with that. A lot of layups, a lot of transition, and then we're up. I think we're up 27-10 at the end of the first, or 27-17. So we did discuss that. We thought we were giving up too many points. We loved the style, but the problem with the 1-2-2 compared to this the man-to-man is 1-2-2 is a lot more aggressive, so you're getting more hands down, and you don't want to. You want those traps, but it's kind of hard to do that. So we were reaching a lot and allowing Covenant to get around us, and our backside was not rotating on the press. So we really said, you know what, guys, we wanted this pace, but we can't be giving up 20 points a quarter ourselves, even if we're scoring 30.
Right.
So we really shored up the back end of the press second quarter, and we outscored them 27 to I think 10. So we had 27 both quarters.
Now, when you do the press, do you want certain people in certain spots, or does it matter where you play?
You definitely want certain pieces and different people in different spots, and then your press is going to dictate how you put them. Whether you're doing 2-2-1 or 1-2-2 or diamond, or we do a 3-2 as well. It's just really a 1-2-2, but a little bit different to it. But and then are you going full court, 3/4 court, half court? So we've got different guys for where we're going to be at on the court. So most of the time it doesn't change a lot, but occasionally, if we may put Hunter in the back because he's short, but he reads everything perfectly. So Bentley might get you going on top, and I thought Jeffrey Stevens did an unbelievable job taking the middle away, him and Nate Miller. You got to take the middle. How many times you got to say, just get the ball in the middle, you're going to break a press? You really will, But we go back to that Covenant game, and we're up 54, 57, 20 at halftime, or 25 at halftime. It was a lot. And, came out the third quarter, and that, from a coaching standpoint, I'm always like, how much you want to stay in what you're doing when you're up 35, but you still have a half of a game. So we stayed. We didn't start in the press, but that's not our MO, and we looked sluggish. And people are like, well, why you put that press back on? Well, because we still have to play a style. We have to play a game, and the first 3 quarters to me is fair game, and the fourth quarter obviously. But so we got back into it and got some good things going, and shooting the ball phenomenal. A lot of inside out, and Covenant zoned us, and it was a really loose zone. We could get the ball in the middle whenever we wanted, and we just went high-low, and Nate did a great job finding the shooters out on the side, and it was just a great game. And we got our bench in. We got some of these guys in that haven't played more than 10 minutes all year because of our competition, and they got to play and got the running clock, and we finished with an 89-46 victory over Covenant. Hunter Pogue had 25, Bentley had 24, Jeffrey had 22, and what's amazing is they shot 70%. I mean, they got that on 70% because they didn't even, running clock by the third quarter, and they didn't see but maybe a minute in the fourth quarter. We only dressed 7 guys that night, so because we're keeping everyone separated, so you still got to keep a couple of starters out there. So, but they did that. They did that in 24 or 25 minutes. So that was a great win, and then we bounced back on, or that was on Saturday night? Nope. Saturday night. That was Saturday night.
Yep.
So I'm getting my days. We're almost on a girls' schedule right now, right?
Yeah.
So we come back Tuesday and we play lacrosse. Coach Snodgrass, and they have a kid named Garwood who got 1,000. You heard Coach Grettencourt talking about it a couple weeks ago, and I don't care who we're playing. I mean, we respect everybody. We go on with the same routine. And Garwood's averaging 17.6, and Gorski's another good guard. He's averaging 10. And we watched number 20 get 17 against Tri-County and hitting 5 or 6 threes. So we just put in a plan for these guys. And Jeffrey Stevens just played a whale of a game against lacrosse. I mean, Garwood didn't score a point until 3 minutes to go in the game. And that's a kid that's averaging 17. He's a big guy, but he plays outside in. And you're going to put Nate on, you're going to put Jeffrey on him because of how he plays, and Jeffrey just rose the occasion. But that game was a lot like Covenant. I actually think we played better against lacrosse than we did Covenant. We jumped out. We scored we had 46 at halftime, 47 at halftime. Once again, just got after them with the press. They really struggled with the press and got up by 25 or 30 at halftime again, back-to-back games. And same situation. We were able to get our bench in, play a lot of minutes. I thought Hunter shot the ball well, and Isaiah Denton. I actually told the guys in the lacrosse game we needed to find Isaiah more. I think it was 3 for 3 shooting. I'm like, this is the type of game Isaiah needs 6 or 7 shots in that case. But more importantly, so that game, I mean, probably not break it down quarter by quarter, but it was a lot like the other game. We ended up winning against Lacrosse 80-43 was that score. So we scored 89 and we scored 80 in the last 2 games. And
you'd like to keep that pace up, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you know, we'll get to this week's games, but it's going to be tough here in a minute. But what's cool though is we talked about and not doing too much, right? Respecting your who you're playing against, your opponent. But it's easy when you're playing against somebody, even, you know, you get up by 25 to do things that you're not supposed to do. That's your fear as a coach. And we had 25 assists in the Covenant game, and we backed it up with 20 assists in the lacrosse game. And as fast as we play, we had 7 turnovers the 2 games combined. Combined 7 turnovers. We went 4 and 3.
Holy cow!
Yeah, and we're just getting up and down.
You need to bottle that up and shuffle that throughout the whole season.
But that's like 1 a quarter, basically, in a sense.
Yeah,
less.
And what we were doing is we talked about when we were down at Edinburgh, and I told you guys a couple weeks ago, we're going to see a couple teams that we saw down at Edinburgh coming up shortly, but the majority of our teams won't match what we saw down there.
Yeah.
So even though we went 1 and 2 in Edinburgh, I was very proud of how we played, and we were right there in both of our losses.
And useful.
Yeah, and it just got us better. But we weren't. We have a tendency when we get tired. I know a lot of teams, but you know, I'm speaking for my boys. But we have a tendency when we get tired or we get a little bit shell shocked, or some team makes a run that you want to get it all back at one time, and that's when you might over penetrate or shoot a shot off without a pass or one pass. We didn't do that. The ball, both games went side to side. I try to teach my guards see side to side. Don't be tunnel vision. See side to side, and we passed up good shot after good shot after good shot.
Before you got those,
and
so that explains the 70% shooting.
70%. And when you get a lot of turnovers, it becomes 1-on-0 and 2-on-1, and you put the ball in the hoop. But and there's just more credit to the boys who got out and just itching to play, and there was no rust. There was no rust at all.
After being off, how many weeks? 6 weeks?
We hadn't played in it'd been 4 weeks since we played. It'd been 6 weeks since we played anywhere in the area. So, yeah.
All right. What's the well? You got. First of all, we were supposed to do a live stream game of you over at North Newton. Have you came up with a date yet?
Yeah, that is going to be February 5th. It's going to be an afternoon. It's the official tip time. I'm not sure yet, but unfortunately, we had to move Covington. We've already moved Covington twice, and they couldn't go again. And if you're following, I'm a fan of basketball. I follow the whole state. I can tell you what the teams down south are doing right now. And Covington's won like 10 in a row. They beat Westside a couple weeks ago by 15 or 10, and they beat Park Heritage last week, who went to state last year. They're down a little bit, but they're still Park Heritage. And they won like 7 or 8 in a row. They're all guard-oriented like us, all seniors, and it had been kind of cool just to play that game, but we ran out of dates and you had to play conference games, so we're going to put North Newton in that spot. Coach Zachary did a good job of they had to move a game as well for us to play that day.
So it'll be afternoon on the sectional championship.
Yep, February 5th.
February 5th.
So what's ahead this week now?
Well, what's ahead is we have Carroll, Florida, this Friday. You know what? I've said it a million times. When you have a good team, you want to play good teams.
Sure.
To our boys' credit, they took care of what they had to take care of this weekend or last couple of days. But now you got 13-0 Carroll, number 5 in 2A. The scary part is they only start one senior, and they're all about 6'4".
They're undefeated, huh?
And they're undefeated, and they don't.
I knew they were undefeated, but I didn't realize one senior.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Unfortunately, but they don't. You respect a lot of people, and everyone likes the wow play, and we had a lot of those the last couple games, but Carroll won't really do the wow plays. They're going to do the right plays. They're not going to turn the ball over. They're not going to beat themselves. They're all about 6'3", 6'4", very long, lengthy kids. They don't care who's scoring, and they're unselfish, and you watch them on film, and they're great. And one thing you talk about our team. What makes them dangerous is if I have to plan for my opponent and my opponent has 1 or 2 really good scoring options, I'm going to take option 1 away and option 2 between Coach Pogue Smith and myself. We're going to take their strong suit of option 2 away. But come option 3, you're just you know, by then you're on your third or fourth defender. So it's like, what are you going to do with that? You know, you get 3 guys that can score the bucket in high school basketball, you're going to be a tough out.
So it must be Carroll.
You know, and Carroll has that. They've got 24, a Skinner boy, lefty, great player. They got can't think of his name right now, 22. I just said his name.
Know the number.
Just said his name about 8 times during walkthrough tonight, but. And then they got 3 who can just flat out play. And we talked about it. We had film session tonight, and it's been difficult the last couple of weeks trying to plan. Right now, you're getting ready for teams in one day, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. With this NBA schedule.
Yeah. So we actually got back in the film room tonight, and we said, hey, when you're 13-0, your role players are doing what they're supposed to do.
Right.
So they've got their 3 studs that can score, and they got their 2 guys that understand their role and make sure those 3 guys get the ball. And they do the hustle plays and defensive plays and whatnot. So we will definitely have our hands full, and we'll turn around on Saturday, and we'll get to host Rochester. Carroll we've had a great battle with. We're 1-2 the last 3 years, all been close games, so we're trying to get that 2-2 series back. Rochester's a team who we have not beaten the 3 years I've been at the helm. They've been really loaded. They're having a down year a little bit, but like I said, when you're a down year, still 500, that's a pretty good year. You're a down year.
3A? 2A?
They're 2A. They're in Rensselaer. They'll be in Rensselaer sectional.
Yep. Okay. Over at Winnemac.
Yeah. So we got to watch them play a few times in the last couple of weeks, and they played Coach Henson, Eli, our former coach at North White. He coaches at Manchester now. They played them guys last week, so I was talking with him a little bit. So they've got some weapons, but if we play our style and do what we're supposed to, we're going to be all right. And then Monday, we actually moved the game up. It's kind of weird.
You playing on Monday?
We played when our game got canceled Friday. We don't want to lose a game. So
you're playing Friday, Saturday, Monday?
We play Friday, Saturday, Monday, Thursday, Saturday.
Like you said, it's an NBA schedule, Kurt.
But you know what?
Really.
When we lost last Friday's game, we lost it on a Thursday night. So I just literally I reached out to a couple coaches, one being Faith Christian. And I said, hey, this is a wild idea, Coach, but talk to your AD, and you guys want to play tomorrow? You know, and he didn't see my message right away, but he called me on Saturday and said, I wish I'd have saw that. We want to move our game up. So I said, you just pick a date and we'll make it work. He said, well, want to play Monday? I said,
wow.
I texted my captain and I said, you want to play 5 games in 9 days? They said, yeah, but more importantly, as many games as we've had moved, we wanted to free that date up in February. Because it's a game where everybody plays.
Yeah.
So now if we get something canceled now the rest of the year, it'll get squeezed in that 24th date. So, yeah, we'll play at Faith on Monday, at Caston on Thursday, and then North Newton that Saturday, and then Attica that Tuesday. So.
Well, that fit right into our schedule, the North Newton,
Newton
game. So we'll live stream that one from North Newton, and also going to have a game in February at North White with you. So you better be ready for this. Are you prepared and you're in shape and healthy and all that's good stuff?
Well, that everything is going pretty good right now. We're healthy. It's been through our team. I mean, we've had a few kids have it, and we're hoping it's all past us now. And once again, I think that, Coach Pogue and Coach Smith and myself, I think we're doing a good job of keeping the kids lively, and the credit goes to them. Our seniors do an amazing job. And I said this not last week, but our seniors get a lot of credit.
Mm.
But we also have JV kids who went longer without playing.
Mm.
And they're down at one end, just 3 or 4 of them, because we're keeping our freshmen separate from them.
Sure.
So sometimes when we have 8 of us, we're watching 3 of them, and we'll put them through some different drills to do. But then it's like, oh great, I get to sit down here for an hour and a half, and then we'll combine them. And you never see any. You just see upbeat attitudes. I'll say, hey, Andrew, Braylon, Eli, I need you here, there, and we're gonna need you to do this for the next 12 minutes, and their attitudes are great. So it's. Seniors get a lot of credit, rightfully so, but all the way up to the whole program, our boys are doing a good job. And our JV got a big win the other night, so that was pretty cool.
Over Lacrosse or
it was
Covenant?
Lacrosse. Covenant was close, and I do want to add this real quick, if you don't mind.
No.
Dane Hood, like I said, Dane Hood is, in most teams in this area, Dane Hood would be a starter.
Mm-hmm.
He really would. I mean, he's our 6th guy, but only because I can't start 6 guys. And he's been averaging probably 10 points a game, and we are really short on JV. I mean, not even being able to make a team. And we said, hey, Dane, will you play a quarter of JV for us? And we've done that in the past pre-COVID too. And you'll see varsity kids be like, well, they're not going to tell a coach no, but they're not happy about it.
Right.
And they go out and they might go 0-5 with 8 turnovers and then light it up in varsity. Not something that's your competition you're playing with, but a lot of it's mental. And Dane went out against, and he was like, yeah, coach, I'll play one. And he goes out against Covenant, plays first quarter and gets 15 of our 17. So he does what he's supposed to do. He dominates the quarter. And then we were like, well, we were short 2 more players for the Tuesday night. And said, hey, you want to go at it? Yeah. He goes out and he gets double figures in one quarter and gets double figures on varsity game. But those are the things that need to be mentioned.
Yeah.
Because those are things that, when you're running a program, you need all these things to click, and it takes everybody. And, Eli Stearns in our JV game did a wonderful job of handling it. We're down what would be our 3 point guards in JV. So we got our 4-man running the show.
Right.
And so it was nice for them to get a win. But and then our freshmen, they haven't played since December 10th. They finally go back and play tomorrow night. So they've been coming to practice for December 10th. What's that? Almost 7-8 weeks, right?
Yeah.
They've been coming to practice every night for 8 weeks without a game.
Wow.
So a lot of credit to Coach Lowry too, that can, and keeps the boys upbeat and goes with that.
Well, with the practices though that you're, but getting your your player from the varsity to the JV, that's got to help him mentally, doesn't it? Just to think, okay, how can I fit this into the varsity action? And not only that, that helps you towards the end of the season, right?
Yeah,
it's a win-win.
Yeah, and with that, Dane would be like a 4 or a 3.
Okay.
Well, in the JV, they tried to press him, and he just got around him with that. But at the same time, it gives him the practice at the point. Here, make the correct pass, screen away, go down screen, do whatever we need you to do. And it puts him in situations. Tomorrow night, we're taking 2 JV players who's been playing solid, but they're freshmen who we wouldn't normally have brought up, and they're going to go over to Caston tomorrow night.
Okay.
Well, we have one that scored 20 points the last 2 games, but he can't dribble. He can knock down a 3 when he's wide open, but he struggles dribbling.
So he's a good 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So we're going to put him on the point a little bit tomorrow night. He might have 5 or 6 turnovers at Caston, but that's prepping him.
Yeah.
And you like that, it's basketball. You just want your kids to want to play. Don't care where they're at. And that's what Dane and these couple of freshmen are going to do tomorrow.
So what's your record now?
Our record is 7-3.
And how many games do you have left?
As of right now, we have 12.
So what do you hope to accomplish in the last 12 games of the season here?
Just continue what we're doing. We're 7-3, and do I think realistically we can win them all? Of course, I really do. I mean, we're going to Friday night with Carroll, and we're not expecting to lose that game at all. We're going to be disappointed if we do. We want to continue to play smart basketball. One of the things I talk about is we got Carroll, we got Caston, we got 3 or 4 teams on paper that are going to be tough, but you also got 6 or 7 on paper that you should probably win. But you know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm. Right.
You want to make sure your consistency's there. One thing, as a coach, I went to film tonight, and I want to be, you win by 42 games, and you're like, you always say, Bob, you always find something to work on, of course. So I'm in the film room tonight, and I'm like, guys, we can't be we can't be reaching when we're trapping right here. Or our MO is not to play man-to-man defense, but when I call man-to-man 1 possession a game, we got to stay in that man-to-man. You can't leave your guy wide open because you're still prepping for a Carroll, like a Carroll who's got 4 guys that can handle the ball, and we'll find the open guy. But we've got a couple guys, and I tell you what, Bentley and Nate and Hunter are just scoring the ball, and Bentley is I know he's probably watching tonight, but he's about 86 points shy of 1,000.
Really? Yeah.
So he's getting excited about that. But what's cool, same thing with Hunter, is he's not getting. I mean, they all know where they're at,
right?
But it's not changing the way they're playing, and that's the biggest thing.
So you're gonna have 2,000-point scorers on your team?
Yeah, and
eventually,
Hunter still, if we get our games in, he's got us. I mean, he's got to score a lot. But
yeah.
he's gonna be right there with Cale's record when it's all said.
Cale Robertson is.
Yeah,
Okay.
Cale's got the record.
Where's Luke Diener at in that?
Luke
mix?
is he's second right now.
Second.
Yeah, Luke. I think Cale's 14:02. Luke's 13 something, and Hunter's almost 1200.
That's amazing.
What's kind of cool about it, and I had a chance to coach Luke Diener 2 years in middle school, and you know, I think we lost one game in 2 years to get the ball. And people forget how talented the other guys were on that court besides just Luke. He had the twin brothers, the Hendricks boys, but they were. But what's phenomenal about Luke is most people don't realize his sophomore year when they won sectionals, he missed 16 ball games with a broken leg. He broke his leg in football in the sectionals.
Oh, yes.
So he went 16 ball games without playing his sophomore year, and he still scored 1,300 in his career.
Yeah.
So had he played his other 16 game, he'd be sitting at 1,700.
Oh, wow.
But we got those two guys, and, you know, we want to get them where they're at, but Nate's done I've been proud of Nate. He's been going from a guard to a forward. He really put a lot of muscle on, and it's not easy to do your senior year, you know. So we put him in there, and he's really owning the paint. He's learning how to move back and forth with any type of zone. And Jeffrey Stevens, you need a Jeffrey Stevens on your team. He's just so relaxed and even keel, and I said it before, and then I just want to name them all real quick. Isaiah Denton's playing great. Caleb Hoare had a big game. He had 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, a deflection against lacrosse, and he's paid his dues, paid his time. But more importantly, it's just, you know, I went home after last night's game, and we won by 40, and I was just like, it's just a weird feeling. I can't really explain it, but it was just like, it was great, but now we're moving on. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right. Sure.
And
there's another mountain to climb up on.
But with that, you're realizing it's not the basketball. With coaching, and a lot of times on the outside, you know, you always hear people they're not happy with what you do and whatever. But with coaching, you develop the relationships, right? And you're gonna miss at some point these kids around you. And I think it was really cool. My son is a freshman on the team, Braylon. And after the game on Saturday, you know, it's the senior saying, "Hey, bud, let's go to Taco Bell. Let's go." And from a dad standpoint, you're like, that's pretty cool. These kids are including these freshmen.
Absolutely.
So, I could talk about them all day. You know, I'm sorry, but we're just going to keep taking it game by game. And our expectations are that we can win every game. And, you know, you don't get too far ahead, but ever since we lost that game to Caston last year, there's only been one thing that's important to us, and that's just the honest truth. I mean, we want to win conference as bad as anybody else, but March 5th. It comes down to March 5th.
Oh, he knows a date even now.
And you know,
wouldn't you?
We got some teams in our sectionals playing some great basketball, and I think we play everyone in our sectional still. They're still on our schedule, all 5 of them. So,
all right, Matt.
Keep going.
Appreciate you coming over and talking. We'll go talk more next week, and have a good week. We'll see you next Wednesday, okay?
Sounds good. Thank you.
Matt Sipkema from the North White Vikings, back with more of the Coach's Cage right after this.
Hi, this is Chuck Clark with the Underwood Insurance Agency, formerly Preferred Insurance Group. Are you tired of being sacked every month with your auto insurance bill? Do you feel you just pay your premium to your agent and never hear from them? We at the Underwood Insurance Agency work with over 10 insurance carriers to get you our best rate and coverage we can, and we pride ourselves on serving our customers like they are our family. We are conveniently located in Remington and Lafayette. We can be reached at underwoodagency.com. Reach out to us to score big savings.
Meet you at Arnie's, Rensselaer's go-to pizza, and so much more. Pizza, sandwiches, burgers are here. Don't forget about dessert. Wings, cheese sticks, garlic bread too. Arnie's pizza menu has something for everyone. Dine in or carry out in the best pizza in town. Located across from St. Joseph's College in Rensselaer. Call 219-866-9999 and meet you at Arnie's.
Working with our customers has been Kentland Bank's trademark for 87 years. We're dedicated to making your visit a lasting one, and helping you achieve your goals is our #1 priority. With 5 locations, Kentland Bank offers all loans needed for today's businesses and families, including car loans, mortgages, agriculture, and commercial loans. We're here to make your busy life less hectic by offering online and mobile banking, bill pay, and P2P payments. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Pulver Psychological Services offers psychological counseling, consultation, and assessment. Locally owned and operated, Pulver Psych focuses on solutions for the community and serves as support for individuals, families, and organizations. Whether you're in need of personal, family, or success counseling, Pulver Psychological Services can help you reach your life goals. Increase work satisfaction, have better relationship compatibility, improve sports performance. Get in touch with Pulver Psychological Services by visiting pulverpsych.com.
If you're looking for some great food before the big game or anytime, stop by the Wagon Wheel Grill on South College Avenue in Rensselaer. From their famous wagon masters to their great homemade chili, the Wagon Wheel is the place to go to satisfy your hunger needs. Takeout is also available by calling the Wagon Wheel at 219-866-9942.
In agriculture, preparation is important. Dedication is you deciding what to plant and then asking what it will take for a good crop. How much work will it take to produce the final crop? In sports, preparation is vital in becoming the best you can be. Dedication is a will of achievements for a winning desire. Corbett Farms encourages everyone to do their best by having a winning spirit, attitude, and achievement. Your positivity will make a difference. Corbett Farms is proud to sponsor high school sports.
Finding yourself in need of a quick repair or realize your home needs a good amount of updating? Who should I call? Call Make It Better Contracting for your solutions. They find time for new builds, remodels, and additions. Even when the roof leaks, your kitchen needs to be bigger, or you need another bathroom. Make It Better Contracting is your full-service contractor. If you own a project home that is in need of a lot of work, Make It Better Contracting is interested in purchasing your home. Call today at 219-863-0851. Together, we can make it better.
Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Joe Goodman has been serving the Jasper County and surrounding area since 2009. Being involved in the area, Joe Goodman has kept his interest in making sure he provides the best insurance for his clients. Whether you need life, car, home, business, farm and crops, or even renter's insurance, Agent Joe Goodman will keep searching for the best policy for your valued investments. Call Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Joe Goodman at 219-866-4694 or stop in at 2570 North McKinley Avenue in Rensselaer.
Welcome back here to Arnie's, and glad that you're here with us this evening as I go over some of the sectional sites and the pairings and the times that I was able to find for each of the local sectionals. Of course, the one that we're going to be at is the Rensselaer Girls sectional, and that'll start on Tuesday night. It'll be Rensselaer 14-6 versus Winnemac 7-15. That's going to be a 5:30 Central Standard Time start. Then the second game on Tuesday will include the Boone Grove Wolves, 11-7. The Lady Wolves are doing a pretty good job, decently, as they will play Hebron. Hebron is on a rough road this year, 3-16, and they will play at 7 p.m. at the Rensselaer High School. Then on Wednesday, this is, of course, 8 teams involved with this sectional at Rensselaer, and there's only 2 8 teams. Rensselaer and then Bluffton's are the only 2 8-team sectionals that is in the state of Indiana. And I recall many times that there was a lot of 8 schools involved with the sectionals. But on Wednesday, Rensselaer is going to have North Newton 7-9. They will play Westville, who is 11-10, and that's a 5:30 Wednesday evening at the Rensselaer High School. So all you North Newton Spartans need to come out here and support Jenny Spillers and her girls. And then on Wednesday in the second game is going to be North Judson 5-16 versus the most likely favorite South Central Union Mills. They're on a mission this year. 2 years ago, they won the sectional over at Hebron. And this year, it just seems like they want to continue to kind of make things flow again, they're 22-0, so North Judson will have their hands full on Wednesday night. So then Rensselaer, if they win on Tuesday, they will play Friday night, the winner of Game 2, the Boone Grove versus Hebron. And then on Friday night, winner of Game 3, which is North Newton versus Westville, they will play the winner of North Judson South Central. Then the winner of Game 5 on Friday will play the winner of Game 6 for the championship at the Rensselaer Central High School. Other schools in our area, let's go to Knox. At Knox, they're going to be hosting that sectional. Starting off with Tuesday, it's going to be New Prairie 10-10 versus the Kankakee Valley Cougars. The Lady Cougars are 14-8 at this present time. 6:30 is the suggested time that they have for Central Standard Time over at Knox, and that's the only game. Then on Friday, it'll be Culver Academy 10-10 versus Wheeler at 5:30. And then Knox will play the winner of New Prairie Kankakee Valley on Friday, with the second game starting at 7 p.m. And then Saturday will be the championship of the winner of Game 2 versus the winner of Game 3 in that Knox sectional. Then down in West Lafayette, a couple area people that we actually 3 teams in that area that are make up 4 teams in that area that are definitely involved with the Hoosier Conference situation there. When you look at Western and West Lafayette and Benton Central and Twin Lakes, who are in that Hoosier Conference, the only other 2 that are not quite in that is Maconaquah and Peru. So on Tuesday, it will be Western 12-9 versus Maconaquah 15-6. Then on Tuesday, the second game, it's going to be West Lafayette 12-9 as they will face the Lady Benton Central Bisons as they have a 23-1 record, and that's a 7:30 p.m. Eastern start for that one. So at 6 p.m. Eastern for Western Maconaquah, West Lafayette Benton Central will be 7:30. Then on Friday night, Twin Lakes will be involved with the Western and Maconaquah game at 6 p.m. And then Peru will play and face either the winner of West Lafayette and or Benton Central, 7:30. Then on Saturday, the winner of Game 3 and 4 will meet each other as well at 7:30. Other games that we've already talked about tonight is that North White sectional. North White has Caston 16-5 versus Frontier 9-11. That's going to be a 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time start at the North White Vikings High School. And then on Friday, it's going to be South Newton versus the home team, North White, who will have a 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time start. Then the second game will conclude with the Tri-County versus the winner of Caston and Frontier. And Coach Missy Tyler and her girls are going to try to be ready to hopefully go into that championship game on Saturday, where the winner of Game 2 versus winner of Game 3 with a 7:30 p.m. start. Other teams in our area will include Morgan Township. That includes Covenant Christian. But on Tuesday, Morgan Township will face Washington Township. Morgan Township 9-12. Washington Township is 15-4. Then on Wednesday, Covenant Christian de DeMont is 17-4. They will play and meet up with another strong team in this, and it'll be Couts, 16-6. On Wednesday, in the second game, it'll be, of course, Covenant Christian will play at 6 o'clock against Couts. Then Marquette Catholic and Gary 21st Century. That's a 7:30 game. That'll be on Wednesday. And then on Friday, Hammond, Science, and Tech will play the winner of Morgan Township and Washington Township at 6 o'clock. And then winner Game 2 versus the winner of Game 3. And then the championship will be on Saturday, 7:30, Morgan Township, winner of Game 4 versus the winner of Game 5. So those are your local sectional sites. Going into this week, the polls looks like this. Waldron in Class 1A has the best, and they are number 1 in the 1A class. They have a 19-1, followed by Lanesville. Lafayette Central Catholic is 18-4. The other school involved will be North White, 15-6. Caston is at 16-5. Both those schools are ranked 9th, and Couts, 16-6, is ranked 13. In 2A, as we talked about, South Central, they're 22-0. They're number 1 in Class 2A. Winchester is 2nd. Eastbrook is 3rd. University is 4th. Tipton is in 5th. Fairfield 6th. Forest Park. Then Triton Central, Cascade, Pioneer, Frankton, Eastern Hancock, and rated number 13 is Rensselaer Central Bombers at 14-6. They are followed then by Andrean. And then in the Class 3A, were a lot of good schools in that as well. As one of the people that is in that one is South Bend, Washington, 20-2. Garrett is 22-1. Silver Creek is 20-2. But number 4 is Benton Central. They're right there in the top 4 in the polls as they have a 23-1 record. And then the other school that is very strong in that 3A is Twin Lakes with a 17-5. They are 10th in the poll. And then in the Crown Point will be in Class 4A at 3rd. Homestead is the one that's in first right now with Franklin, then Crown Point. Bedford, North Lawrence, Noblesville, North Central, Westfield, Fisher, Fort Wayne, Snyder, Columbus East, Lake Central, East Central, and Columbia City rounds out the Class 4A poll. At this time, we're going to take another time out, come back, and we'll see where we're at, and we'll maybe talk some more of what's going on for our games coming up here on 3KG, thecage.com.
High-quality personalized dental service is what they do at Hillcrest Dental. For over 40 years, generations have relied on Hillcrest Dental for beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. John Ayler and Dr. Jack Drone look forward to seeing you for your next dental visit. For information or to set your appointment, call 219-866-7117. That's 219-866-7117. Or visit hillcrestdental.net. Hillcrest Dental is a proud sponsor of all high school athletics. Pulver Psychological Services offers psychological counseling, consultation, and assessment. Locally owned and operated, Pulver Psych focuses on solutions for the community and serves as support for individuals, families, and organizations. Whether you're in need of personal, family, or success counseling, Pulver Psychological Services can help you reach your life goals. Increase work satisfaction, have better relationship compatibility, improve sports performance. Get in touch with Pulver Psychological Services by visiting pulverpsych.com.
Working with our customers has been Kentland Bank's trademark for 87 years. We're dedicated to making your visit a lasting one, and helping you achieve your goals is our #1 priority. With 5 locations, Kentland Bank offers all loans needed for today's businesses and families, including car loans, mortgages, agriculture, and commercial loans. We're here to make your busy life less hectic by offering online and mobile banking, bill pay, and P2P payments. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
The Conrad Agency in Fowler and Brook. Call 765-884-0530.
High-quality personalized dental service is what they do at Hillcrest Dental. For over 40 years, generations have relied on Hillcrest Dental for beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. John Ayler and Dr. Jack Drone look forward to seeing you for your next dental visit. For information or to set your appointment, call 219-866-7117. That's 219-866-7117. Or visit hillcrestdental.net. Hillcrest Dental is a proud sponsor of all high school athletics.
Working with our customers has been Kentland Bank's trademark for 87 years. We're dedicated to making your visit a lasting one, and helping you achieve your goals is our #1 priority. With 5 locations, Kentland Bank offers all loans needed for today's businesses and families, including car loans, mortgages, agriculture, and commercial loans. We're here to make your busy life less hectic by offering online and mobile banking, bill pay, and P2P payments. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
In agriculture, preparation is important. Dedication is you deciding what to plant and then asking what it will take for a good crop. How much work will it take to produce the final crop? In sports, preparation is vital in becoming the best you can be. Dedication is a will of achievements for a winning desire. Corbett Farms encourages everyone to do their best by having a winning spirit, attitude, and achievement. Your positivity will make a difference. Corbett Farms is proud to sponsor high school sports.
Meet you at Arnie's, Rensselaer's go-to pizza and so much more. Pizza, sandwiches, burgers are here. Don't forget about dessert. Wings, cheese sticks, garlic bread too. Arnie's pizza menu has something for everyone. Dine in or carry out in the best pizza in town. Located across from St. Joseph's College in Rensselaer. Call 219-866-9999 and meet you at Arnie's.
And it is. We are at Arnie's, 3kgthecage.com. Jeff Gassino, Bob Kurtz, Scott Miller with us here this evening. And, on Friday night, we have a game that we're going to be doing right here on 3kgthecage.com, video and as well as audio, through the Tri-County Cavaliers at South Newton. Mr. Kurtz, you
Biggest
ready?
rival ever.
You ready for some another noisy atmosphere?
It's going to be nuts, isn't it?
Well, when you get Tri-County and South Newton, it's like a cross-county rivalry the southern part of, each of the counties. So they really have a lot of friends that know each other.
Oh, absolutely.
Back on both sides. It's just one of those quality games, Mark Cretton-Court and Jim Sammons. And
doesn't matter what the records are.
No, it's going to be very spirited, lifted, and somebody wants to win that game.
Conference game, rivalry game.
The things that you expect at a regular high school game, with all the accolades to the situations. Does, like Bob said, doesn't make a difference what their record is. So we're looking forward to being over there. It's been a while since we've been over there.
We haven't, not this year. So
we'll get on our west side of the gymnasium.
That's right, get on our perch and
call that game from over there. So
looking forward to it. That'll be it's a 5:30 JV start, so 6:45, 7 o'clock, somewhere around there.
Somewhere in there.
Be on the air. So.
And there's going to be a lot of other games that we'll talk about through that night. So we'll touch base on a lot of them. And can't believe it. Next week we start that sectional. You believe that?
Where'd the girls' season go, right?
Of course, you're looking at some of the things that they have, gone through, COVID issues, as well as, the weather or this or that. So, but all in all, I thought it was pretty, still a successful year as far as basketball for the girls.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. Capped off by that Rensselaer KV girls game was exciting. So, a lot of the coaches couldn't make it in tonight. We apologize for that.
Yep.
There was just some circumstances that they couldn't make it. So we'll try it again next week. Jeff, thanks for doing double duty again tonight. All right.
You got it.
All right. I'd like to thank all the sponsors for making the show possible. Arnie's here for hosting the coaches, and Scotty Miller, great job running the board, and Jeff running the camera and talking too. And we'll see you Friday night, folks. So long, everybody.
The proceeding was a presentation of 3KG Community Broadcasting.